If you are often surrounded by people that tend to keep on putting you down, hammering you down in some way or another, before you go jumping into that kind of energy, observe the energy first. And here's how you can do this. For example, let's say someone has thrown anger at you. Now, before jumping in and reacting to that anger to keep it going and building it up, which is what most people do, what you can do is observe the energy. So here's some anger. Looking at that, all right? We all have a choice whether or not we want to interact with certain energy. So it's the same with anger. It's the same with being put down by other people. And these are heavy energies that people can throw at us all throughout the day, at work, during childhood, at school, at home, in the family, and relationships with the neighbors, etc., depending on the people that you're surrounded with at the moment. So looking at this anger as it's thrown at you, and instead of jumping in, just pause for a moment and see it for what it is. It's just a big blob of energy at the moment, okay? So observe it and let me plant this in your mind. This is a quote from Bashar. Everything in life has no meaning at all except for the meaning you give it. Okay, so looking at this anger here that someone's just placed in front of you, this has no meaning at all. Okay, that's come from them. That's their stuff. But for you at the moment, it has no meaning at all until you give it some meaning. Okay, and this just makes it just makes life so beautiful. I mean, when we get angry with people, it's usually a bounce back and forth kind of energy, and it keeps on going like this. And this is the relationship, or whatever the case may be. But to change the relationship, to change those kinds of energetic interactions, we first need to start with changing ourselves. So, again, looking at this energy and thinking, no, I don't want to play in that at the moment. Just looking at your person and saying, no, I'm not going to do this with you. And maybe get out, walk away, leave it there. All right. They're probably going to think, oh my God, this is what we always do. So they might be carrying on a pattern, but be the one that breaks the patterns. Yeah. It can get quite exciting because then you can begin to look at everything that's handed to you or thrown at you, energetically speaking. And you get to choose whether or not you want to participate in that energy, or just let it sit there for a little while before you respond. Okay. Everything is energy. So when other people put you down, just observe that energy first before attaching to it, or just leave it altogether.